Hey y'all, welcome to WatchaMania. It's your AEW Collision Peoria, Illinois, April 5th, 2025, Watchalong and live reactions. I'm your host, Adry Devin. Welcome y'all, hope your Saturday is good, hope your graps are happy. Thank you so much to No Mercy in the chat, gifted 5 subs twice over to the community. Appreciate you so much. This is a great time right at the top of the y'all to remind you to like the video, thumbs up if you could be so kind, get us boosted here in the algorithm. But also make sure that bell's always on for notifications, and make sure your chat settings are set so that way you can receive gifted memberships. Do double check your settings here in the chat. Double check your settings on YouTube. Make sure you got that. I wonder who got the subscription. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if YouTube did not let it go through or not. It happened to me yesterday when I tried just doing a random gift to somebody. Oh my goodness. Well, you'll know if you have a refund in the next 5 to 10 business days in your YouTube. YouTube will refund it if none of them go out. YouTube hogged them again. It's looking like it. I hope not, though. Still, No Mercy. Thank you so much. That's incredibly generous of you. Like, really, Fred. Appreciate that. Hey there, Riga. How it goes? Welcome in. Hope you, I guess, Sunday for you as well. Hope your Sunday's starting off nice. Getting everything sorted. It also tends to go in, well, I shouldn't say tends, but it sometimes goes in on delay. So, like, if 20 minutes, it's just like, this person received a gifted membership. So-and-so. Welcome in, Lone Star. How it goes? Hope you're doing well. Hope your Saturday has been good to you. Hope your weekend's been treating you nicely. I go over a headache, but I'm fine. Sounds like you had a great Saturday night. Just like, I guess, those of us still in Saturday are about to. Doing well, thanks. Lovely. That's always awesome to hear. I was hoping you could get a gifted subscription. I hear you. Like, on Twitch, you can specifically gift people subscriptions. So, like, why can't we gift memberships specifically here on YouTube? Like, why can't you just, like, type, like, /gift at person? You know, I feel like it should be as simple as that. But YouTube doesn't want to embrace live streaming too much, it seems, just for, I guess, the fact that they wanted to embrace live streaming, but not become a primarily live stream platform. So I get it, yeah. Fantasy is going to be lit. Revolution was a great start. No, you're so right. I have a feeling that AEW is setting out to have, like, one of the best pay-per-view calendar years. Almost time, indeed. I'll let this song play out. Wait till the top of the hour. You ready to go? Yes, No Mercy recognizes the theme. Of course, this is a great time to remind y'all that this music belongs to the lovely Enix at Enix_ here on YouTube. Check out their music. Really, really awesome guy. Was very willing to let me pretty much use the music, stream in and stream out for the intros and stuff like that. So give him a check out. 80s, 90s style wrestling themes from any era. Not just AEW or WWE specific either. So do give him a shout. Do give him a look. Alrighty, y'all. Gonna pop open ye old Nord. It is almost time to get the show started. For those of you who have been here, you're familiar with this. But for those who might not be, we're about to get a commercial-free edition of the show. It requires us to change our virtual location. Strains the stream a bit. So if you're experiencing some buffering in the next minute or so, that would be why. Don't mind it. If all goes according to plan, it should be brief. But yes, just wanted to give you an appropriate heads up for that. As we're about to dive on in right now. Of course, you can experience that commercial-free edition of the show, or really the show at all if you can't watch it on your own, through Gorilla Position on the Discord. Alrighty. We should be all good to go. Hey there, Raheem. Welcome in. Welcome in just in time for the start of the show. Saturday. Yo, the way the pyro's popping with the music is actually great. Experiencing a brief buffer here. Yeah, it'll be fine in a few seconds, hopefully. It tends to be. No, your laptop froze? No. Don't worry. I think it was just Triller acting up on my end. If it did, then apologies. Hope your system works out for you. Be a Dynamite tomorrow with Philly with friends? Hell yeah! You gonna head over to the GCW show beforehand, or are you just looking to catch Dynasty? Y'all say. No, it's letting me join the screen. Let's go, Elton John. Yes. There we go. All right, beautiful. Alrighty, again, another quick reminder, y'all, as you flood in at the top of the show, make sure those thumbs are up. If you could be so kind, quickest, easiest, most free way of supporting the channel. So if you could do us that little favor, we much appreciate it. Flashlights rise up. Hey, I just watched you like 12 hours ago. Hope you don't have jet lag. Here's my boy Takeshita. Just defended his never openweight title against Oiwa. I almost say Iowa every single time I say his full name. For real, no worries. Like, imagine that. Literally, wrestle. All right, get me to the airport as quick as I can. I'll sleep on the flight. Like, you better have one of those chairs that can just lay out flat and, like, be an actual fucking bed. Because you ain't getting proper rest, and you're going to be sore as fuck going into that very next match. On top of dealing with jet lag. Ooh. That would suck. Ooh, just saw a notification for Discord with the prediction series. Yes, y'all get your predictions in for both Dynasty and GCW Philly Special tomorrow. You have up until the start of the shows. Can join the league at any time, so if you're not in it now, feel free to hop in. Check it out on the Discord if you want to know more about it. I don't want to see you run your ear off. There's a lot that goes on over there on the Discord, y'all. And that's just like in an official capacity. Then there's all the recreational activity.
Powerhouse Hobbs making his way down to the fans here. Yeah, what is this now? He just does whatever he wants? I mean, Hobbs is a bully in my opinion. I know he bullied me when he was in the family. He bullied you in the family? He bullied me. And this is what he's doing.
Did he now? Wow, this guy over here. Who's ready for Speedball versus Dralistico in a little bit? That's going to be a lot of fun. G-Mode playthrough with the server and everything. Been having a great time over there. I highly recommend it. Yes, I was just going to say the gaming chats have been popping off a lot lately with EO, Ben, Ryan, and all of them. And seeing Dara and Craig stop by. Rayo's, of course, been hanging out. Oh, man. Every single time Ishii and Takeshita are in the same ring, I fear for the surrounding area. Both these lads going to be working New Japan's show next Friday. And it's going to be an actual normal hour, y'all. New Japan Windy City Riot. It's going to be taking place in Chicago. Be starting the same time as SmackDown does. I don't try to say that like it's a competition thing. I just say that so that way I don't have to run through all the time zones. Because if I say that, then whatever SmackDown is in your local time live, you'll immediately know what I'm saying, you know? Stone Pitbull, no necks allowed.
And every other Japanese wrestler is jealous of Takeshita because he's bigger, stronger, and faster than all of them. Well, as we head towards the Owen Hart men's tournament.
Oh?
Ishii wants Takeshita in the
Ishii has been a lot more animated in this last year or so. I feel like my first exposure to Ishii taught me that he was, you know, no pun intended, stone-faced. He didn't show emotion. He was just there for the fight. Let's go.
all in to get a shot at the world title.
We're like, lately he's been fed up and ready to throw down.
Right now, Don.
Yes, they're starting us off right.
As Takeshita is. Here's the problem. What? With doing strikes.
No stars in curtain? Oh.
He's got a head like a cinder block, and he's built like a fire hydrant.
Apologies, Lone Star. We got you covered right now.
Sometimes he gains energy from it. So you're saying this is the wrong tack for your Sara here.
Good looking out, No Mercy. Appreciate you.
I'm saying sometimes emotions get the best of wrestlers. Right?
I'm just a bit behind on TNC things. No worries, you're good.
Ishii, back and forth they go off the ropes. Trying to get the advantage, trying to get the momentum. Drop him. There you go, right in the face.
She is on that short list of wrestlers who never learned what working is. He just throw. No, for real. It's one of those things. Is like, despite that, has still made it in the industry. So now it's his opponent's problem every single time he steps in the ring to figure out how to work around that stiffness.
Oh my God, again.
Speaking, yeah, Ishii is going to be challenging for the Openweight title in a 30-minute Ironman match. Blows my mind it's going to be the case. I still can't get over that. He'll be challenging Gabe Kidd for that. That match is a rematch of their January 11th show. Their January 11th match, which was a 30-minute time limit draw in a one-fall match. So why they're going for an Ironman, have no clue. But I genuinely hope it goes to a time limit draw with no falls.
No, he seems very intelligent. You don't give a guy like Hobbs what he wants. Hobbs is used to bossing people and getting his way. I do understand that. Fans, reminder, coming up June 4th, they have an epic 4-hour live television special. AEW Fighter.
Oh, yeah, it is. We got some Don Callis family tensions here.
For more. And what do we
Hey, Dynamite Collision Fighter Fest. They're doing it in June this year. Makes sense, considering All In's in July.
ROH Death Before Dishonor, leading up to All In, Saturday, July 12th. Listen, I'm excited because tomorrow night we're going to have
It's gonna be so awesome.
the Protostar Fletcher against Mark Briscoe. In the first
Meat Baby.
and I'm pumped because I can't
We got Vanilla Baby, and now we got Meat Baby.
And one of the reasons you may not be able to
You see, I was just like, you kidding, right? You kidding, right? And just like that, Mercy, the tension's broken.
that's momentum. Yes. Well, I'm going to give you a little
Baby meat.
Kyle Fletcher's number. And the number that he has is going to be the number of times
Call him Lean Beef Kyle Fletcher.
whole thing that you're going to see and you're going to have to eat it. Okay. Don, why are you so vicious? I'm giving you stats here. Because I know what you do. You try to get me
He's
to say
screaming. This is
something
too
incriminating
much.
out here. I'm not a fan of Will Hobbs. I tried to help Will
Those are
Hobbs. He
peaks.
didn't want my help.
Those are peaks right there, Fletch.
I think Will Hobbs knew what he was getting into with you. Oh, boy. That was great. Oh, the big foot that time by Kyle Fletcher. The long limbs, the long legs. Look at that. Stomping. No one in the family
Imagine Fletcher wins the one argument.
when he walked away.
Oh my gosh, yo, you're so right. The way that
Right now, looking pretty
be like a 10-minute victory lap the following Dynamite.
tried to DDT, but Will Hobbs held his ground. Hobbs is like an oak tree. And now by the neck throws Fletcher back to a neutral corner. Body bag. Here's the problem. The referee, Bryce Remsburg, I believe, is afraid of Powerhouse Hobbs, so he's allowing him to manhandle the Protostar.
Sure. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Bryce has always been very brave and always
Yo, this is gonna be like such a tag team heavy show. When you look at the card, I think there's only like one non-tag team match.
a running shoulder by Powerhouse, who will give way now to
Shoulder barge mixed with a pounce.
this fans just our opening match tonight. And of course, Dynasty is coming tomorrow night. Do you think that Mark Briscoe is sitting in his trailer back in wherever he lives with the chickens, and he's watching this, and he's licking his lips?
Hey there, Baxter. Welcome in.
It happens, the
How goes?
makes his life easier. Hey, did you see that? Rocky tripped him. Rocky tripped him. What a cheater. They should disqualify Romero. Kick him out, send him to the back. Referee didn't see that, I don't believe, and out goes Powerhouse Hobbs. And now the double team. Down.
Yo, get that dummy out the ring, Takeshita. I'm sorry, he said it like that every single time I see the word dummy. That's what, unpopular opinion should not be on the pay-per-views until done or nothing.
I must remind you, you're here to be a commentator, not
Fair, I suppose I get that. I think what they want to do is they want to have their All-In World title pictures set because from Double or Nothing to All-In is only 6 weeks. So I think they want to have 6 weeks to really get into a healthy build for both world title programs. But I can understand why you feel that way in terms of, like, for the pay-per-view coming on so soon. On this pay-per-view, like it's starting the previous cycle, can muddy the waters a bit. Especially for fans who are very much used to like a more formulaic approach to the builds. Honestly, expecting another match Dynasty for one of the women's Owens. I was hoping so. I was hoping that the Kris is it the Kris Thunder match on there? No, it's not. But I think the Kris Thunder match should be on there.
And now an argument ensues between the referee and Will Hobbs on the other side.
My thing is, we have so much room. Like, we can literally have the final setup at Dynasty the final setup at Double or Nothing weeks before Double or Nothing. And I think we could have just stood to have both tournaments be like 12 or 16-person tournament. Yeah. Very fair. I'm just sitting here like Mercedes could have defended her title. I hear you. Part of me wishes, like, tonight she goes, you know what? Like, something happens between her and Julia challenges her for the title. And they just say, screw it. This tournament match is also for the title. Why not, right? It doesn't mean every single match the TBS champion is in, the TBS champion is in, should be for the title. But I think in that instance, it wouldn't hurt. Serves both masters, you know?
Callis and Ricochet, of course. Speedball Mike Bailey will be taking on Dralistico.
Ducked.
Be out here for that matchup on this Dynasty weekend. I'm looking forward to that match because I can't stand Speedball Mike Bailey. He's from Quebec. I got it.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it now. And you're from Winnipeg.
Canadian Turf Wars. Wish Dralistico would wear the mask in his render more often. Agreed. He looks so, like, badass. Correct, no mercy. You see, and yeah. When it comes to the TBS and TNT titles, I'm of the admittedly unpopular opinion that those titles should primarily, not exclusively, be defended on television, specifically the networks that they're for. So, like, Mercedes should be more often than not defending that title on Dynamite. Danny should be more often than not defending his title on Collision. And every now and then, a big program will make the title defense move over to pay-per-view. But otherwise, because they're television titles, they should be defended more frequently and usually in less personal matches. I mess up putting predictions. Mercedes versus Harley. Ooh, yeah, no, that takes an amendment. Luckily, we still have about 24 hours. I would say jump in there right now and be like, hey, y'all, that, it happened.
Ishii needs to bring in Powerhouse Hobbs, and Powerhouse Hobbs realized it. So does Rocky Romero. So do the fans. Hobbs is a spot picker. He loves this because my man's down. Now he wants in, right?
Yeah. It's called a hot tag.
Basic tag team wrestling done. Double team to the gut. Powerhouse Hobbs breaks through.
Oh, yeah, you bet. We'd love to have you in it. Get yourself a faction dropped and everything. Is everyone predicting Mercedes? Fair. But who knows? Maybe people will see, wait, oh, she's facing Julia? Maybe. Even though the Athena match is right there. Big ol' Uranagi. Hobbs bottom. Yeah, it was the falling Uranagi. Specifically one, you know, the rock bottom. Yeah, the one that we know is the rock bottom. Oh. You see, the thing about Takeshita is it doesn't matter how big you are, he will make you feel just as big as him or smaller. Oh, wait. That was a spine buster. He's not going for a cover, though.
forced to that somehow.
I think so. Hobbs is dazed. He's looking for a tag. Rocky Romero encouraging Hobbs to get over. Tag is made. Ishii is in. And now Kyle Fletcher comes in with a running boot and missed. But Ishii did not. Pick up.
There we are.
Standing switch by the
Half and half, nope.
Looked like it was trying to explode or a half and half.
Oh, that was rough.
Because of that low center of gravity, Shivani. What is this now on the outside?
Agreed, Lodestar. I'm wondering if he's saving that. Because you know how it is. You chop someone, you get chopped. It's usually how it goes in an Ishii match. And he's got that big match coming up 6 days' time. Also, is there a cold open or straight into the action? It was both. We got the intro and then straight into the action. As far as I'm aware, there was no pre-intro promos. But I was getting the VPN fired up, so yeah. It's just... That's completely understandable, No Mercy, because the thing is, in pro wrestling, in classic pro wrestling, the good guys are typically depicted as overly altruistic. At least history in the 20th century pro wrestling has taught us. We've gotten more nuanced characters in the 21st century, but we've had a lot of one-dimensional baby faces rule over wrestling. The more interesting characters, the more dynamic characters, the more relatable characters very often end up being the heels. To the point where even when you get a heel that isn't those things, or at least isn't those things to a great degree, you still find yourself gravitating to them more because, well, they're more relatable. They're more interesting. We'll see what I meant so I don't have to keep backtrack after stream. Fair. Totally get you. But yeah, no, there is that. I hear you wanted to get ahead of it. Earlier I was thinking maybe I get the... Okay. I didn't think that would be it, but I didn't want to talk over a potential finish. Yeah, I almost finished up the March League earlier, but I realized that I needed to do some things like schedule streams and stuff. So I did that. Plus, I was pretty groggy. Yeah, Ray, before you came in, No Mercy gifted 10 memberships. Shouts out to you again for that, by the way. But none of them went off. To be fair, it should refund it to you in a certain amount of business days, but it's still because none of them went through. But it's still infuriating that happens even, because it's happened to me. Not just in here, but elsewhere. So I hear you. Since I started watching wrestling. Totally hear you. And you see and if you notice, the baby faces you do like probably had a great heel run that won you over. Or some part of winning you over. Yeah, again, that's not, that's, so, I was hoping you would get the numbers. I feel you.
Great power. He's not done. Proto-driver. Proto-driver.
Brainbuster! And he got him. AKA regular Saturday, hell yeah. He broke through his neck super armor, AKA his traps. Konosuke Takeshita, also in action at Windy City Riot, will be defending his Never Openweight Championship against Hiroshi Tanahashi in Hiroshi Tanahashi's final U.S. match. Have I sold y'all yet? It's just New Japan's a lot of fun, but because it usually happens at ungodly hours, a lot of people miss out on it. And I think next Friday's a really good chance for everybody to get a taste, if you will. I also learned this morning that we're going to have Goto defending his title against Shota Umino. Agreed. It's going to be a challenge for Brody. Yeah, Brody got a recent win, but Takeshita has been on fire. Save for losing his title to Omega. And, when your only blemish in a while is taking a loss to Omega, have you really cooled off?
till I have my hands on John Moxley tonight.
I gotta give that match so much credit because I fully expected them to avoid as much intergender conflict as possible, and no, they at first did, but then fully leaned into it. Like, shouts out to them. Yep, Nick Wayne will be appearing in New Japan in the coming weeks. Their next tournament, the Best of Super Juniors, which is a junior heavyweight round robin tournament, will be starting up. Nick Wayne will be in it.
The AEW World Championship. Swerve Strickland defiant.
No worries. Just reminded me that I need some water myself.
It's still talked about today. Wembley was big, but this is Texas. Everything's bigger here.
Don't say that. You're going back to Wembley next year, bro. They say everything next year. They say everything's bigger in Texas, but as it turns out, Wembley is fucking huge. Like, how are you gonna say? Did Kid get injured or something? I saw someone talking about it, but it didn't read. Kid? Oh, Gabe Kid? Here's the thing. I actually had some stream complications right around the start of that match, so I missed the first half of it. So if something happened that he got injured, then I personally missed it. But he was doing all of the post-match angles due to, well, I won't get into spoilers, due to something. So he was fairly active even after the match. So if he was injured, then I can't imagine it's too much, thankfully. Hopefully. But yes, I would hope so. Because, yeah, the aforementioned strong title match is between him and Ishii. That match has been planned for 3 months. He's been working for, like, multiple promotions. That would affect a lot of things if Kid got injured. So, here's to hope that's not the case. Anyways, I hear you, Riga. I don't think that you were saying he indefinitely was. It's more so just, like, clarifying my lack of certainty on the matter. So pissed last night. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there were so many points. Oh, my gosh. The prediction series, let's just say, yeah. Predictions for Sakura Genesis did not go very well for many of us. Made random predictions for GCW because really totally fair, no mercy. That way you won't have much vested interest in it, which is good because GCW seems to have the most invalidated predictions out of any other promotion. We'll have a match that will get no contested, or a match that will outright get thrown off the card, or someone will be replaced in it, which invalidates the predictions one way or the other because it's only fair that way. So it's like, we'll start off with like 8 matches being on a GCW show, and only 2 of them will be valid for predictions by the end of it. I can't believe it's Hangman who made me believe Swerve would win. Now the main event is really in question. Yeah. I hear that. I was kind of with you, Riga. I see so many people who are like, oh, Swerve, Dynasty. That means title change. And if it doesn't, then I'll be extremely upset. And it's like, well, then you're going to be extremely upset because that's the writing on the wall. They want you to breathe. And, but Hangman coming around with this situation does throw a wrench in those plans. What I do think happens, comes out to help. No, I'm sorry. He comes out to keep his word, changes his mind in the midst of the moment, tries to help Swerve, costs Swerve with a failed attempt at helping. Swerve doesn't see it as an attempt to help, and then bam. You would be upset if Mox won. Very fair. I get it. There's a lot of people who are really not cool with the Death Riders run and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you're this deep in it, and it's not going to do any real damage to keep up with the story they have planned. For all we know, they've already pivoted, and this is just a part of that pivot. No, don't be sorry. That's how you feel. It's completely understandable. You know, I'm not so much talking about the people who won't like the decision. I'm more so talking about the people who are going to get up on social media and be like, full-on outrage, potential boycott, stuff like that. Yo, I like those shirts.
Are y'all really sure that y'all want to do this tonight? I mean, y'all been ducking us for months. Months! And now we here. Look, we put y'all
I hear
on the
that, Justin.
spotlight. You understand that? We did. After beating y'all ass week after week after week. And tonight, it ain't gonna be no different. Nah. Yo,
Look at this.
Yo, you waiting on us or what? Leave this, man. What's up, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
It's good, y'all.
Hey, you know we got top flight in this match tonight, right? And wherever top flight goes, Fox always seems to follow.
Yo, you know that conversation that we had? You been thinking about it?
I hope so.
Yeah. What you been thinking about?
Thinking about all the factors that come into play and all the possible outcomes that could happen if I do decide to help you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I think I'm just too valuable to help y'all.
Ooh, ooh.
So best of luck, boys, but my answer is no.
Oh, this answer's no, huh? I guess he needs daddy's permission, right?
That sounded so cerebral.
He ain't asking yet.
What'd you say?
He said Daddy Cage got you in a cage, and you need permission to come out and play, don't you?
I don't need nobody's permission, all right? I'm my own man. I do what I want, when I want, how I want to do it. So just know if I do see Fox around, it's not for y'all. It's for me.
I'm really feeling Nick Wayne right now. No. He's the way he sat there is just like I've been thinking about all the possible outcomes. No. Dude is exceptionally cerebral, and somebody with his in-ring acumen on top of that, sky's the limit. Same Nick Wayne just doing it. Yes. Hey there, Darth. Welcome in. Mox win his first time in a while. I'm happy with anything. Really? Yep. Heard.
By myself,
What did I do?
through a tornado, through
Right,
gale
Rieger?
force winds, in order to wrestle for you people here today, unlike somebody I
The
used
biggest
to
meme on
tag team
AEW
with.
right now? No, like actually though.
But guys, there's only one thing that the people in P-Town want to do.
We miss Wardlow.
The Maximaniacs.
Yes, we do.
They want to chant my name. It's easy to do. Follow along at home.
Yo, that's a shout. No mercy. Both of those are great.
Here's the chant.
Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive.
He can't even get through it.
That's catchy. Wrestler alive.
That's delusional.
Go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive. Let's go.
I'm getting with this. What a marketing genius.
The crowd was just trying it. To be fair, pro wrestling is an industry where we had a "you're gonna get your fucking head kicked in."
For 8 simple words, you guys really are.
That was the whole chant for Danielson. So if that can happen, this could too.
Why the best wrestler alive is going to a real city, because Sunday in Philadelphia, the Platinum Max Open Challenge is on in the city of brotherly love, and based on the lack of rhythm here today, I know there's no brothers here in Peoria. So let's get down to business.
What a shot.
Let's see who can survive the best wrestler alive.
Time to get the hook. I mean, how long is this?
Much longer than it needs to
He
be.
said, "Let's get down to business." I so thought he was. I've always wondered why Philadelphia is called the city of brotherly love. There's something that happened, I think, in like the 1800s that like gave it that moniker. I don't know personally. Like I said the other day, there's a lot of vast culture and history throughout America with the states. Little I should say, not subculture. No, just culture.
What do you think the collective IQ of Sandy Fort, Delaware, of everyone that lives there? Do you think it's triple figures, Shimani? I doubt it.
I don't know. I wouldn't comment on it because I don't know, and really neither do you.
But you'd fit right in there then.
No.
Look, here's the thing about Briscoe. Briscoe is a very dangerous person.
Yes.
Briscoe is a great wrestler. I will say that. But as great a wrestler as he is,
There's the bell, bro. Scared.
excuse for a human being, in my opinion. a scumbag.
Boy, you are cutting it low, man. And
No,
right
I'm
now,
telling it like it is.
I mean, yeah, I guess Mark needed a warm up for his match against Fletch tomorrow.
through. Oh, some redneck kung fu. How about that?
And I'm not so sure that some of those kung fu strikes are legal.
Well, you may be right on that. That was right underneath the chin. Could have been on the throat.
He's a scumbag coming from Callis is crazy. No, for real, like, bro.
Seeking refuge in the corner and trying to pull
Please have some self-awareness.
the chant of Dem Boys comes out. The former Ring of Honor World Champion goes flying in. Next Caster got the feet up. Oh, that chop, side of the head, sends Caster all the way to the outside. Chicken taking flight.
Ooh, yes, X-Con.
You know, ever since I found
Honestly,
he's responsible
that would have
for
been
some chicken
perfect for tonight. Maybe that's what they go for tomorrow. Because we were told by the ops that they're going to be in Dynasty. They're going to be at Dynasty. And something tells me Max Caster might get caught lacking.
Max Caster. Here comes the J Driller.
There's the J Driller and done so.
1, 2, it's over.
Reach for the sky, boy.
This is here to get let's go. Yup. Little bit of momentum going into the tournament. Perfect.
Bad news for Kyle Fletcher. If that J Driller gets hit tomorrow night on your protostar, he'll be out of the tournament.
Well, the 3 teeth that he's got left in his head are going to be down to 1 after Kyle Fletcher gets
Someone's
done
waiting
with
to Kurt.
tomorrow.
That who we got here.
Mark Briscoe.
Look at this guy.
Well, one match tomorrow night during Dynasty for the Owen Hart Memorial.
Whoever it is in Curtin, please do let us know you're here in YouTube chat.
Who were a sensational tag team on Wednesday night. Young Kevin Knight and the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. That's one of 2 tournament matches that will happen during Dynasty tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Let's take a closer look at tomorrow's big matchup between Ospreay and Knight.
Yes, Wrestler Lab is on a long losing streak.
We'll kick off the Owen Hart tournament. Will
Oh, hey there, Umit. Welcome in. How it goes? It's me, Elections. Gotcha. Alrighty, fam. Yeah, this. As you see, we got ourselves a little bit of a system here. There we are. Mods moved Joe over. Dooley, yeah. The idea pretty much is to make sure those who are watching on Discord are also active in chat. For the sake of not, sacrificing the watch-along experience. That's what's going to give Knight every chance to look incredible. Oh, yeah, no, this match is going to be off the charts. You already know. Especially because they're going to have that extra time with it being on pay-per-view. You're very welcome. How goes? You've been enjoying your weekend thus far? Everything's this wrong.
Tournament due to a broken hand, thanks to the Death Riders. Replacing you is Kevin Knight.
I guess I spoke too soon when I said this year would not be Kevin Knight's year in the Owen. Kevin, congratulations on your opportunity. I am so happy for you. Just remember you're only there because I can't be. And Will Ospreay, you get to avoid me once more. You can go on peddling this lie that you are on some unattainable level, prancing around unchecked as the self-proclaimed GOAT in my ring. Will, your words are going to catch up to you one day, but not this day. No, you can keep flapping your gums a little bit longer, thanks to the Death Riders. Because, Lexi, I cannot compete in, let alone win, the 2025 Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, thanks to the Death Riders. Even though the gold should already be on my shoulder, it is not, thanks to the Death Riders. See, Moxley and his Death Riders, they want to make this personal, to put it very, very lightly. Well, that is fine. Moxley, Death Riders, you have not taken me out. You have given me a gift. You have given me time to plan and
Don't you worry about it. Appreciate you so much for joining us.
Again, Moxley and the Death Riders, you will regret ever thinking about the Switchblade because, Lexi, I quite often enjoy reminding people who I am and what I've done, but I think it's time I remind myself. Because I am the Switchblade. I am a cut above, and ain't nobody got what I got.
As confident and defiant as
But yes, and we appreciate you for joining us, especially at this hour for you. It's 1:30. Appreciate wanting to come out. Feel free to try ask any questions if you're uncertain about things. This Kevin was off base. Oh yeah, no. Oh no, they clarified right from the get-go that Death Riders with the kayfabe explanation. Those jackets are so hilarious. The way he had to push his own spike out of his way is great. Shame he's injured, bro. Yeah. As it was said, he could come back with a cast gimmick sooner rather than later, but still, those sunglasses are so nice. Spike.
Of course. That's how you get ahead.
Wait a minute, you get ahead by turning on people?
Yes. Worked for me.
What did it ever? Screwdriver and all over the head.
Is it bad that I like this entrance?
Two of the young stars here in AEW.
Like, even the jackets are just like... It doesn't make me not take them seriously, even though the jackets are hilarious. Like, anime jackets. Promo was actually good, by the way. Oh, yeah. Agreed. Light. Damn! Darius flew at Leo.
That's how we do in the 6-1-2, Shivani.
How would you know?
Dante paired off with Action Andretti, Darius with Leo Rush. It's been very apparent that Crew is trying to take out the Martins using a chain.
Where is the show?
And they would try to do it for a second time.
You'll have to click on watch stream.
Well, here's the thing. I think
Oh, are you asking where it's located? The show is taking place in Peoria, Illinois, which is the same state as Chicago. I'm not sure how close it is to Chicago.
It is nothing but bad blood right now between these four young men, these two great
I'm just coping at this point. Here we go.
young teams, I should say.
I like that Top Flight represents the 6-1-2. They got the purple on the tights.
Right.
The Vikings, Prince, tremendous.
Big chop. And it appears that Dante and
Yeah, she feel just said, yeah, I just feel like we're in this instead.
at least they were. Here is
Screw the gimmicks.
double team to take down.
Nice little double SEO there.
Cover here, Don.
No, I mean, again, this is about sending messages.
And it's about vengeance, too. One would think. Tag is made. Here comes Leo Rush. And what a drop kick by Darius.
Yo. Here comes Leo Rush. Gets mouth drop kicked off a face.
Darius and Dante are great young men. I mean, tremendous athletes and really coming into their own last year.
Okay.
And Dante only 24 years of age. Darius 25. That's an amazing stat. But there's a thrust kick that time by Action Andretti. Rated moonsault from the top.
Oh, wait. I just realized. Yeah, I think we do here.
That's incredible.
Through the turnbuckles.
It's just Tony and Don. Ooh.
Flying into him, I got it over his
Is he okay? Oh, no. That hurt.
Hands on either one of these tags.
Well, no, they're not undefeated. I think they're undefeated this year in tag team action.
and also on TNT.
Top flight is now bottom flight.
Right now, Crew in charge here. Oh,
I guess Collision works with it. Yeah, yeah.
has a lot of
That works better than I want it to.
it's amazing what he can do.
Sit down.
Rush is an incredible athlete. I love watching. If you watch the way Lio Rush moves, it's balletic almost in its grace. And he's also vicious. Look at this. I love this.
Look at that. My God, he's biting him.
Biting the nose.
Biting. Darius Martin.
Here's the thing. Lio Rush has always had the athletic ability, but where he's really turned the corner is when he got this aggression.
Garcia and Cole's asleep. Yeah, and we've already seen it twice, so I feel like people are kind of under expect. Underestimating it, yeah. That's the under one. I was like, which word am I going for? Come on, function brain. I honestly do not remember his WWE theme. I came to collect. Oh, yep, that's the one. Now I remember.
Fast with these tags in and out.
Absolutely they are. They are just picking up where they left off, trying to choke out the Martins with a chain. But here comes Top Flight back as Darius Dante, pacing on the side, wants to get in. Big pickup by Andretti. 1, 2. That shows the power of action, Andretti, who really is coming to his own on this with this tag team crew.
I mean, really in this match, you've got 4 great.
For real, the way Lio Rush has so much potential. Oh my gosh, the sudden cuts every single time get me. Because they're in picture, and I forget that that's the case. And then when they just leave picture-in-picture, sudden jump cut. For real, EO. To be fair, it's Don Callis. Who cares? What is wrong with you, AEW? No, so yeah. What that is they were in picture-in-picture. And in the States, when they do picture-in-picture, it will be, say, a 4-minute commercial break. 2.5 of those minutes will be picture-in-picture, and then the remaining 90 seconds will just go to full commercial, and that's when that sudden jump cut happens. Why do you cut the show like that? That's exactly why. Hope Collision does awesome work. Watch a replay when I get home. Hell yeah, right after it ends. Hope your shift has been good to you, John. Hope the remainder of it goes well. And hope your night is wonderful. Catch you on the VOD. They better be video, yeah. There are some picture-in-pictures that will just last the entirety of the break. And those are the ones we don't get those random jump cuts in. But yeah, it is kind of awkward, isn't it?
Well, you can tell in a short span how much punishment tags made Lio Rush.
It usually happens at least once a show. It was the worst with Rampage, because Rampage's theme was so, like, it had a lot of harsh notes to it. So it would just be like jump cut, dun 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 dun. It would always scare you. If you had a pulse, you jumped.
Dante Martin tried to end this and almost did. You could just hear
Agreed.
the rage on
The drop kick was clean. Dante Martin has an insane vertical leap.
and Leo gouges the eye, skin out of it.
That's great. I mean, that's smart wrestling, Shivani. He's got a 5 count to break that. And
So smooth. Oh, great double team. Picked the ankle, made it so much easier to scoop that neck breaker.
Absolutely, neck breaker, spin, kick to the midsection, rising knee,
Huh?
front shot.
Tagged him up.
Look at the quickness that is.
Really smooth and beautiful.
I think Crew's offense is more functional. It's more basic. It's not as fancy, but I think it's highly effective.
Yeah, you know what, Don?
The Rampage's theme had like a bass boom to it. Yeah, and it was fun. It was a fun theme. A fun 30-second theme that they looped for 2 minutes. But it was just so intense. Like the neck breaker. Yeah, that was such a great neck breaker combo. I want more double team moves like that. Like make it less about 2 moves happening at once and more so about one person enhancing the other person doing a move. Like making the neck breaker so much easier to hit by picking their ankle. Or, you know, classic, drape them on the shoulders while they do a DDT or a neck breaker or whatever.
Yeah, he's got lots to be angry about.
There's some deep-rooted hate between these 4 men, these 2 teams. Now, now, double pickup, but Darius is in. He'll catch his brother Dante. And now just back and forth, slugging each other out.
Great right hands by Darius here.
Come up much, but Andretti has really improved. He's way smoother and more confident now, and you can see it. Great take. I very much agree. When people were trying to say he was cooked after nothing came of the whole Jericho situation, I was like, nah, give him time. That's going to be a moment that we look back on fondly. Yo, the trust fall suicino is great. Intent Rampage is mentioned. I miss it more. Hopefully Network, but AEW bring it back one day. Agreed. Even if you just bring back AEW Rampage on YouTube. Scooped him with the... Nice. Got him off the backslide.
Andretti says, no, there's no way it happened, but it did. But fans, this battle is not done.
Top bottom flight. Crucifix pin. Nice. Yep, he trapped both arms, too. There was no moving. There's Fox. Yo, the two big boots like nothing. What a shirt.
Wait a minute. It's Nick Wayne. Remember what he said earlier about having his eye on AR Fox. I got my eye on you, son. Just like he
I got my eye on you, son. Nick Wayne. I saw the Fox thing emote and did the top flight thing. Yes. Agreed, Dresden. Fast, sour, and wrestling. It was a great way to kick off the weekend every single time. Oh? 0 hour match.
Look, Nick is going to make the right choices for business, Siobhan. And he just did.
The handshakes, yep. 0 hour match, let's go. That'll be so fun. Lightning fast trios action right there. Maybe Layla finally turned heel. Yada yada, I'm Kofi. I love how it's just like insert Riga's random pitch to have Layla Gray turn heel on top flight.
Hayter, Billies, Starkz, it has officially been announced that both of you will face one another in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Now, you ladies know whoever wins that tournament faces the AEW Women's Champion at All In Texas. Now, Jamie, were you impressed with Billy last week?
I love Jamie's
Of course I was
jacket.
impressed with the young Billy Starkz, and I got to say, fair play for the other day, mate. You really do hold your own. I liked you before, but I really like you now. Bit of friendly advice, though. You got to watch out for that Athena. What's she doing coming out after our match, huh? She trying to steal your moment? Why is she up in your business like that? Just keep an eye on that if I were you. And to be honest, if you think for 1 second that I'm going to doubt myself going into this tournament when I've already beat you, then you're in fairyland. Although I am willing to let you change my mind.
I'm not a failure, and I've been trying to prove that to everybody here. And you'll see that in the Owen Hart.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Just because you're a cocky prick doesn't mean you can't be respectful. Yes, I will. Jamie Fool and all the girls that we love. First Lee and now Billy. Yep. Jamie Hayter said, all right, I'm not going into the title picture just yet. I'm going to spend this time elevating everyone then. Yeah. Get a taste. Got a cop. Need to buy some sub. Get while you can. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Do I find time to try and buy something? Maybe. Girls never love. Yes, I will. Hell yeah. Really, no AEW for you. What is best match on the cards? Ooh, for me, the best. Yeah, it's Swerve Mox is looking like it would be a lot of fun. But if I were to name like what I'm gonna enjoy, I don't know. Megan Bayne versus Toni Storm, I think is gonna be a banger. Really looking forward to that. Damn, I'd have to look at the card. I see. I was just about to step away for a break, so tell you what, I will put more thought into that question when I get back. Bird. Oh my gosh, y'all with the emote floods. I love all of it. Just coming back and just seeing the wall of emotes. Thank you so much.
Gentlemen, first of all, thank you both so much for taking the time to
Where is Cool Hand?
to talk ahead of your match this Sunday
Exactly, cool.
at Dynasty. Daniel Garcia, our TNT champion, putting your title on the line against Adam Cole. In this match, there is no time limit and no outside interference permitted. But Danny, this is your first time defending the TNT Championship on pay-per-view. I mean, wanting to be the fighting champion, putting it on the line against someone with the veteran status of Adam Cole. As we get closer to entering Philadelphia, you starting to feel the pressure?
Renee, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. And Danny, I don't mean to take over. But there is something I have to say. Because earlier this morning, I was thinking about the first time we faced each other in the ring. It was about 2 years ago. I was coming off the worst injury of my entire career. You were young, brash, confused. You surrounded yourself with Chris Jericho, trying to figure out who you were. And now fast forward 2 years later, and you're the TNT champ. And you're a damn good TNT champ. But these past few weeks, I've been thinking, really, you haven't changed that much, Danny. Because you are still confused. Because you think that you're going to beat me for your TNT championship at Dynasty. Danny, I've beaten you before. On top of that, you've never beaten me before. Or the last time we faced each other, Danny, if I had 5 seconds, just 5 more seconds, I would be the TNT champion. On top of that, this Sunday, it's my 17-year wrestling anniversary. And in Philadelphia, no less. The place I had my very
Sure, it's been very polarizing in these parts.
It's been a long time coming for Adam Cole to win championship gold here in AEW, and I can promise you, it is my destiny at Dynasty to win that championship.
No, Matt was right. I didn't have to give you another shot at this. But I wanted to, out of respect of everything you've done for the past 17 years. And you've done a lot in that time. You've had chances, you've had opportunities to show that you can be the guy. Just like I've given you chances and opportunities to beat me for this, but you haven't been able to do it yet. And I just want that to settle in right now. Like, this is the last chance you're getting from Daniel Garcia, okay? After this, I don't want to hear, oh, can I get a shot at Dynamite? Can I get a shot at Collision? Can I get a shot at this? Can I get a shot at that? It's done over this, okay? Because it's been 17 years of chances, 17 years of opportunities. The past 17 years belong to you. But the next 17 belong to me.
Roddy, Kyle, do you guys mind stepping out for a second? I just wanted to talk to Danny one-on-one, if that's okay. Renee, do you mind? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
The way he sounded so polite and gentle when he said that to Renee, this is about to get intense.
Danny, please listen to me, and I know that you know I feel this way, but I got a ton of respect for you. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I've got all the respect in the world for you.
Like my
Sometimes
words.
I got to tell you the truth. And Danny, the truth is, you're not ready to lead the charge. You're not ready to run a promotion. You're not ready to be a true champion. I have run practically every promotion that I have ever worked for. I've been world champion and I've broken records in more places than I can count. I've been the guy longer than you've been wrestling, Danny. So if anyone knows what it takes to be a true champion, it's me.
I hear that, you.
Danny, you're not ready. Not yet. And if you don't understand that, then I guess I'm going to have to whoop that ass on some.
Damn.
Daniel Garcia, Adam Cole for the TNT Championship coming up tomorrow. Let's go back to the ring.
On some one of those. Just chilling with it. It's like, come on. Foreshadowing. Bro knows he's loot. He's letting him get in his head. Cash Wheeler, singles action.
what he was feeling on Wednesday when he's
For real, right? It's kind of nuts to see them at odds like this. All of their time as a team.
where Dax threw down Cash Wheeler thinking he was a security guy. And Cash
No, I think-
no
yeah,
part of it,
yeah.
and he walked.
Never wear it, but I want one.
Can't blame him. No one likes someone to make mistakes, Shivani.
You know what? I hate to agree with you, but you're right. You cannot blame him for what, because Dax has been doing a lot of apologizing as of late. All right, let's go back to the ring.
And his opponent from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing 217 pounds. He is 1/3 of the AEW World Trios Champion.
Big Grillo and Star. It's long overdue for Cash. Get this singles showcase.
Should be a great matchup. We were looking forward to this one, fans. Pac with 79 wins in AEW.
That stare from Pac. You're so right, Overseas. The stare from Pac through the gates, just like
And Cash Wheeler, we don't get to see that much.
peak menace.
And of course, a preview of the Trios Championship match we've got for you tomorrow night.
I was just thinking that, Rico. I'm like, I love that he's taken the Moxleyisms to achieve this Death Rider's presence while still being Pac through and through. Always in my gear, staring through his surface at the start of my entrance. Cold-blooded bastard Pac.
Wow, Pac, what more do you need to say? I mean, that guy's terrifying.
He is absolutely amazing.
Looks very nerdy in his NXT days. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Yeah. No, for real. He really did just look like I actually really enjoy the science regarding fitness. All the way up till, like, I'll throw your lunch on the ground, stomp on it, spit in your face when you get mad kind of guy.
Cash has
He's officially out of her gear. Yep.
upset on his rear end.
Well, here's the thing.
And no, make no mistake, she served, but you're right, was out of her gear.
Hyper-aggressive.
Yeah, right now you saw
Ooh.
mocking the dissension
About to get
between Dax
gritty.
and Cash FTR. And it's that dissension that may be the determining factor in tomorrow night's Trios title match.
What have I said over and over? Friends are overrated. So are partners. You get sick of being around someone all the time. They get on your nerves and it causes cracks in the facade of the team.
A one count. What about Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita that we saw earlier?
They're not a team, they're family.
All right.
Shoulder
Damn.
should have known you have an answer very
Cash is a little beefier, but
once again.
Pac's still the one mowing him down.
Package is so powerful.
From bully to the bully.
He's got his weight distributed exactly right here. Puts all the pressure, makes the man carry his weight in that side headlock.
Got a great crowd here in Peoria. We appreciate you being here, and we look forward to a great crowd tomorrow night at the Leah Coors Center at Temple in Philadelphia. Been a great venue for AEW, and this is the biggest one in Philadelphia for us yet. Pac showing the agility.
What a great hip lock.
Really looking forward to Dynasty tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Everything Pac does with such force, so crisp, such determination.
I don't know that I've ever seen a guy that was
That's
as
what I was
athletic
thinking.
as
Yeah,
Pac,
this is,
as technically
it,
sound as
and
Pac,
it makes sense.
and as
Pac
aggressive
is the more tenured singles competitor here. First ever international champion. At the time, All Atlantic, but
And Claudio
all the same.
Castagnoli to his side, you got one of the best trios champions we've
Even more than that,
in
more singles experience as of recent.
223 days.
But if there's anything we've learned about Cash is that he can withstand some pain.
And here's the thing, when you look at
So maybe he can ride the storm out.
cohesive. At this level, any small mistake can cost you a match. And that's where I'm concerned if I'm Cash Wheeler and Dax.
Yeah, it was Dax who said, and I did that sit-down interview.
Just
that,
noticed
hey,
Cash
I'm
got
looking
another new tattoo
for FTR to get another shot
on his
at the
ribs.
World Tag Team Championship, and nope. Cash said, "Let's go for the Trios Championship."
Nice. I was wondering why he was running so slow at the corner, but it's because he saw that back elbow coming, turned it into the backslide.
I guess what I would say is figure out what you're going for before you go in the media, you go on television, and you start disagreeing publicly.
Leapfrog that time. Hip lock.
Well, hey there, Dysfunction. it depends on what you consider the same class. You know, because I think Pac is like 2013, whereas Revival came around like 2015. It's the same era of NXT, if you will, but I don't think it's the like that same time period. You know, the underground black and gold brand that it was up until it was put on USA Network. Back when it was WWE's Network's hidden gem.
Pac taking his time, got a shoulder into the midsection. Pac over the top. He's going to hit the far side ropes.
Yo.
Do-si-do, and over to the apron.
Like, I still remember the first time I found NXT, and I'm like, I can't believe this is WWE official product. Like, it just didn't feel like it to me. But yes, both these men were definitely from that same time period. Just different phases. So yeah, I think by the time of Revival we're doing stuff on NXT, you had Pac up on the main roster. Going for a superplex now. Oh, I think he's going for that that top rope brainbuster. That avalanche brainbuster is so nasty. It was smart of Cash to avoid it. I think he's going to go for that splash. Glorious splash. Nope. Pac knew exactly where he was. Knew to check in, went for it. Oop, power going out. Going. Okay, yes. Please let it just be your breakers. Oh, that's rough. Oh! That was gnarly. But yes, fingers crossed, hoping that your power situation is a very temporary one.
Caught the edge of that railing.
Yeah, he sure did.
Pac doesn't care.
Oh, Pac's just waiting on him.
Vicious.
They'll do it again. Here he goes.
Yo,
Oh!
yeah, Cash is in a way.
And this match continues streaming on Max and on TNT. Stay with us. Pac is just an amazing competitor.
He's an animal. He's a freak.
Not a friendly guy. I've never seen any facial expression except the one we just saw right now. That frown, that scowl that he has.
That same look.
What are we thinking here? Backdrop suplex on the outside? Yes! Oh, yeah. Immediately upon impact, you could see the pain on Cash's face. Like, I remember why I'm a tag team wrestler. Like,
it's called intimidation. It's called mind games, Shivani.
Yeah, but okay, I get.
What do you think you're calling ballet out here?
No, come on now. I know I'm not calling ballet, but Cash is looking up in the air. He doesn't see what Pac is doing.
All of the people watching at home see it.
There we go. Got it.
The audience see it.
And Cash rolls in the ring, reaching now. But no, Pac was right there to cut him off. And again,
for real, why does everybody try to prove themselves at Shivani's expense? Like, bro is literally just trying to do one of his 72 jobs.
It's really good.
Oh, not very. The high power ones that are blowing power lines. Here's to hoping for the best for you, yeah, because that's fucked.
You notice he's got the blade of the forearm over the ear. That is very painful, Shivani. Your ear is just pure cartilage.
Forearm shots. This time Cash breaks free. Great pickup. Cash falls on top.
Yeah, you know what? That's very fair. I keep forgetting Midwest equals tornadoes.
That Cash is so technically sound.
And now what was a evil smile on the face of Pac has turned into some concern. Look at his face. You can tell a lot in the face of Pac. Pac had to realize what he was going up against. I know Cash basically has been a tag team or trio specialist, if you will, but down the old adage, you got to be a great singles wrestler first, right? To be a great tag team wrestler.
The first smart thing you've said tonight.
The first?
Here's the thing.
The first?
This is about, like we talked about with the Takeshita match. This is about sending a message. This is about sending a message to everyone that's going to be across the ring from the Death Riders.
Especially the trio that's going to be across the ring tomorrow night on Dynasty.
10 out of 10, Tony voice crack is.
And Cope.
That's so funny.
Right now, rear chin lock applied. Along with Don Callis, I'm Tony Schiavone. Welcome back to Collision on this Dynasty.
Yeah, like you see, that was an entire picture-in-picture bout, but we would never know because ad-free. Just to continue on my point about picture-in-picture earlier, like a half hour ago or whatever.
And gets 2 count.
That 2 count sent a message, though. He put that forearm right over his jaw.
Right.
Said, I don't need to hook the leg right now. I'm going to show you that I'm dominant.
Throwing those uppercuts like Claudio, that's what training with him will do.
That's frightening.
A lunatic.
And he, as you can see, the grip, the side of the head, the powerful forearms of Pac.
All these guys that came out of the UK are very technically sound, Tony.
Oh, yeah. I know that, Don.
Great chain wrestlers.
The speed of the kicks.
Yeah, you can't block something that fast, Schiavone.
Right. Absolutely. And snap vertical suplex.
Ooh, I think his head, not his head, his leg whipped off the mat there.
Yes, he has.
He's good, though.
You can see, laying in wait, so to speak, is Pac. And Pac's gonna
Share the funny Pac mix in Discord. Yo, bet. Throw him down in comedy segments. Or, if you already did it, no big deal. Oh, I see, yes. Dork. That's hilarious.
Listen, I'll be honest. I personally can't stand FTR,
Prop.
but as a professional, I love watching him wrestle.
Take a look here once again.
Look at this.
So clean. That was a great angle for that, too. I didn't catch the first time, but the replay was there, thankfully.
Shade slow with that first count.
That was very, very close. The hand almost hit the mat for 3. European uppercut from a ripcord. And now ducking low, and Cash running off from the ropes. Getting a second win here. And it's not easy against Pac. Cash Wheeler. Knife edge chop back.
Oh, that chop. Yeah.
Just hammering Pac, who's slumped into the corner.
Current orange color gear.
We've got for you, and what a weekend this is.
That looks red to me.
Hitting the ropes, Pac down low. Up top. And a power slam out of that.
I don't have the show on my very saturated screen either. I love the running. I'm going to run into catching you and turning into a power slam. Like the strength that takes to not hurt yourself doing.
And now Pac. Prone. Cash really tried this earlier, but Pac rose to the occasion. But Pac
Glory splash.
down. And again, Pac rolls out of the way. Second time it did not work
So that's official name. That's just what I call it.
for Cash.
Because I usually see him doing it as a part of the Power and Glory bit that he'll do with Dax. Pool empty, no water.
Boy, and you could just see on his face.
There may have been bread, though. Therefore, it is not exclusively meat.
He's going to try to connect with the Black Arrow here, and if he does, it is one of the most spectacular moves in all of AEW. Fans know it. Can he connect with
That didn't go as planned. So let me fix.
Talk about incredible
FTR,
Let's see if he can hit
they're so good for the little things that they do right.
No, Cash Wheeler's up. Cash lured him up.
Yo! Into the old-fashioned super play.
Suplex there.
1, 2, and no, sir. Just in the nick of time, the left shoulder of Pac gets up.
Agreed. It was that old-fashioned suplex, but top rope.
Tomorrow night, take on Rated FTR. FTR, and of course, Adam Copeland, or Cope, if you will. There's that speed of Pac once again. Like you said, you can't block it because it's too fast, Don.
Well, and there's no setup to it. He just is able to torque his hips and
Rushing in the moment. Yep.
before you even realize it.
Pump kick. Oh, release German over the ropes.
Like that level of that lack of polish is what really makes pro wrestling for me. Woo!
You know, when I look at Pac, I literally
Need to
see
do
a
something
guy
right
who
now.
doesn't have any weaknesses in his game.
I agree.
You won't find a guy in better shape. You won't find a guy more technically sound. You won't find a guy more athletic, and you won't find a guy meaner.
Great thrust kick out of the corner. That's why they call him the bastard. And Pac now feels it here after that big thrust kick. He may be going for the black arrow. Let's see if he does, and let's see if he hits it.
Cash moved. Yo, nice. Go to the pile. Oh. Pac still in it. Wins honestly, but I think really. Yo, Cash getting a win here would actually be huge. That's the thing is I think Cash getting the win might be an upset. On paper, at least. Agree, no mercy. That pile driver really sold me. Oh, here we go. Bro said, I smelled a lifter. Oh, Cope. Cope's here. Where's Dax? There's Dax. Get your ass pile driven. Let's go. Oh, but no. Another crucifix win. Yo, the crucifix. Pac stole it.
I don't think Dax and Cope would help this situation whatsoever, in my view.
Go away. Go home. Like just that angle specifically was hilarious. Agreed, Lone Star. I'm not sure that was necessary. But I suppose I see what they were trying to go for with Dax taking the bullet. You see the... Actually, no, think about it. Okay, no. Dax did something effective. Cope didn't. Dax took a bullet for him, whereas Cope kind of just created the distraction that allowed Wheeler to get in the ring to begin with. Paul wasn't going to come out there to get involved until the brawl between Claudio and Cope happened. Why are we staring at Dax like this?
And that's what Cash is thinking right now. Look at the face.
He did not realize, or maybe
You think Dax specifically? I don't know. It's just FTR is like one of those forever teams. Why is he offering the... Oh. Okay. That kind of pokes a hole in everything. Are you doing the zoo out? Yes, we are, Darth. The stream will be going live the exact same time as the Stereo. Actually, technically 10 minutes before. Going live 6:20 p.m. Eastern. Whatever translation that is. 11:20 p.m. BST. Or 11:20 p.m. BST? Or p.m. ZSC? I don't know what your time zone is. Or is it ZDT? No mercy.
what a match these four guys are having. And wait a second, Ricochet, 2, 3. Who got the pin?
Such a slick turnabout.
I couldn't think of two more rightful challengers. Ricochet and Speedball. I've known these guys almost decades now. You two may have been friends back in the day. Now we meet as rivals. I won't hesitate to kick your head.
Yo, nice, Marvin. Did you enjoy the show? The shows, I should say. Obviously, don't. We appreciate no spoilers or anything, but I don't have the feeling you will.
People call me a champion for a reason. What this is about now? It's about solidifying legacy. You can't do that unless you're.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. as 4 hours of great wrestling. Did they tape any Ring of Honor? I will ask that without any clarity on what matches were taped or anything. I'm just asking it for a yes or no on that. Did they tape any Ring of Honor? Did they give you more than 4 hours of wrestling?
All right. As we head towards Dynasty, Kenny Omega
This theme really is good.
International Championship in a trios match. One of the opponents making his way. I'll recall it later.
Black Hope is getting put out, honestly. Fake fans rumors.
What a nice young man. Look at this guy. He thinks he can come
Kenny Omega, yes, I agree.
Look at that shipwreck. Get out of here.
Big smile to the camera still. Good on you, dude. Sign my sign. He's like, no, I'm not doing that.
The all-elite goddess has arrived.
Who died and made you God? Dynasty, I will cut off the head of the mighty Megasis.
I want to face the best.
A three-way match for the AEW International Championship.
Good. That he because the look with the cap worked for him. It was just how jarring it was that it was the Eagles hat and all that jazz. But yes, him having his own is perfect. Okay. I can love both of them. I hear that. You see, my thought is like, could you imagine her rolling, Megan Bain rolling into Joey Janela's spring break on the 18th to face, I believe her name was it Bozilla? Something like that. Anyway, it's a Lady Hoss match that a lot of people are looking forward to. Could you imagine her walking into that with the AEW Women's World Championship? That'd be great. But also, I can understand them wanting to have the belt be on Tony up until All In to do a program there. Because we also got to think about it like this. The winner of this match is probably going to be the champion at All In. Flew into Philly today, so excited for this. Yo, nice. Hope the experience in Philly's been good to you thus far, Darth. I'm wondering whether the matches we get clarified for 0 Hour. I'm going to check their website right now to see what they got listed. Watch them have preemptively listed matches that are going to get announced tonight, but... Okay, no, so they don't seem to have any 0 Hour matches listed on the website yet. They usually take a little bit to update those, but yes, we do have 3 Owen Hart matches happening. Just one women's. I feel like we could stand to add a second one. We haven't heard from Thunder and Kris yet, so there's still hope. There's still hope. Daylight saving shifted last night. Now I gotta go pee up for Dynasty at Howard early. Yup. Indeed, friend. It's funny you say that. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. It's gonna be. You're getting up at like 5 a.m., aren't you? Like 4 a.m. Because you're 2 hours Wait, no. No, not at all. No, you're not getting up. Rico, what's your time zone? Or rather, specifically, like GMT plus how many hours? I guess BST plus how many hours? Because I know you're 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken, you're 2 hours earlier than No Mercy, who is on New Zealand time. Try to get all the time zones straightened out. GMT plus 10? Okay, yeah, bet. Bet. Alright, then, if that's the case, yeah, like 9:30 a.m. for you. It's not super early. Bet.
I'm sick of letting people walk
Appreciate
around
you.
here safe. I'm sick of letting people walk around here comfortable. I am sick of hearing people talk about battlefields and warfare and talking like they're gangster when we know they ain't built like that.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy to me. You know, they walk around, they talking about battlefields and wars, you know what I'm saying? They talking about
It's like eighth. Okay.
lacking. Like, they somebody big homies. Like, yo, we not your little homies. We don't even respect big homies, right? That's why we got the problems we got. They be like, STP chill. We be like, chill for what? Who is these dudes? They not ops. They opportunities.
Oh, and opportunities. It's nothing but space and opportunity. We slide on.
Oh wait, no,
outside
they're talking
all
about the
the
ops.
time. We been told y'all we them. We told y'all run a hide.
Why, Cap?
Because STP outside.
And we gonna stay outside. And we hope y'all see us like good vision, because we can't wait to disrespect you. Run or hide, because STP is outside.
Rumble. Bad man.
Bad man. Rumble.
I'm gonna smoke him.
Let it be known, I don't do morning. I'm a night person. Going to sleep at like 5 a.m. isn't fun. That's what I was thinking was the case, Rico. When you're making it sound like that's super early for you, I'm like, ooh, yeah, you're definitely like a nighttime guy. Which makes sense, because I think about it for like what you've said before with your typical Dynamite Collision experience. Yes, Darth. Very much so. Through all the grifting nonsense, like, even before Saturday, and oh man, I feel like I already know it's going to sound a certain kind of way, but even before Saturday night's main event was clarified for that day, I was low-key bummed that All In was now going to be at a normal hour, because the previous 2 years, one of my favorite things about All In was it ending for me come dinner time, and then I could still have a regular evening to relax, whereas a typical AEW pay-per-view for me is ending 1/2 midnight, and then they're still winding down after that. I'm usually not going to bed till like 2 a.m. I usually have to take off the next day from work after an AEW pay-per-view just so I don't go in ridiculously fatigued. Look, it's a pure champion we fire. Big agree, X-Gong. It needs to happen. No, so I'm so serious. This match, oh man, I just remember this match is happening. I think he listened to you, Rico, about his entrance and his graphic mask.
A lot of people jealous of Ricochet. I hear things in the back. Everyone's talking about you, Ricochet.
Absolutely.
Everyone knows you're going to beat Kenny Omega. I'm very excited for that.
Well, for you, I'm going to beat him for you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
Oh no, man's about to come around into the Don Callis family. I'm concerned. Masking the graphic reminds me of the vampire pathing. This is just Lucha.
By the way, Don Callis from Winnipeg, just to set the record straight.
Fair enough. Ooh, bro's got the Khaleesi tape. Hope he's okay.
Why do you have the preference that he's from Winnipeg? He said he knows him from Canada. You don't have to say where he's specifically from.
Shivani, you're sitting next to a living legend. Rick, this is all because of Ricochet, what we see every week here. He's the innovator.
Okay.
Damn. That was big praise by Don Callis. Oh no, I feel like we are seeing the machinations of something horrid. Is Ricochet going to be Fletcher's replacement? Sure, he does the eye paint to make the mask look better. Dedication. Yes. Like, you're already covering your face, and thus making it a lot hotter, like, to compete in. But now you're putting on face paint and everything. Like, that's going to get into your pores and shit. The way Dralistico's like, oh shit, you got form.
I guess for him it's worked, but against me, no way, absolutely not. I mean, he got lucky in the four-way match with the kicks. He got lucky that I wasn't actually paying attention.
The way my Bailey is just like, that was mighty disrespectful, sir. Yeah, I prefer not to sweat. I black in my eyes, but they're built drift. No, like actually though.
break some news for you. When I used to manage Kenny Omega, the one guy he said he never thought he could match up athletically with was Ricochet.
If anybody ever wants to wonder, if anybody ever wonders what the limits of human beings are physically, they should just study pro wrestling.
He's an ingrate.
Stop it. You're making this personal.
Actually, I mean, he is a smart man because if you notice, he wasn't here tonight. He's probably at home resting up his old broken body. He's probably going to the masseuse, the chiropractor. He's in the sauna. He's going to need to be at his
The way he's the masseuse, the chiropractor.
Who you looking at, bro? Who you looking at? You need to look at him. Come on out here. Come on out here.
Also, I'm like, and contacts. Oh my gosh, yes, the contacts. Like, let's not even let's not undermine that either.
He goes to the floor, does Speedball, and Beast smart.
Beast. That's right, Beast.
A little diversionary tactic, and it worked, and now Dralistico is going to set Speedball.
That's right.
Over to the safety rail.
That's right.
And a pickup.
Come on. You want some drink?
Oh, the inside out on the outside.
Continues. Streaming on Max and on TNT. Stay with us.
I love it.
That's right. That's right. It's in his face. You know, that fit way too well. Right? Like, the kind of heel he's become fits so perfectly with Don Callis. Because, like, Don Callis with his guy, you know, he's had a different dynamic with. There was this dynamic with Omega. There was this dynamic with Ospreay. There's his dynamic with Fletcher. I got it.
You can apply pressure in the ring, okay?
But I feel like his dynamic with Ricochet would be that of, like, they more so come off like actual friends.
I'll beat you up in the ring. I'll beat you up out here on the floor. I'll beat you up there next to that fat man over there.
People love to hate both of them, exactly. And they just come together like
I've got to say, since you
cheese and wine.
you've made business has been booming. I would agree.
And they're full of plenty. They're plenty full of both.
I was thrilled to see that last year during All In you show up. Thought it was great.
Why are you
What was that? I'm sorry, that fully sent me the way Aubrey just looked him in his face with so much serious. Ah!
I can't believe the road you've gone down. What are you talking about? Look, you and I knew each other before AEW.
Road. That's what it's been.
You weren't like that before.
I've been like this the whole time. It was these people out here that turned their
That guy had to do something to him this much. Just fun dialogue about how Ricochet and Don Callis would work too well together. They can really just put them back to keeping faces, and they'd make a group now. Yes.
I respond with the same energy that they were giving me, and for some reason that makes
You see the vision.
We'll find out.
no way.
Tomorrow night.
But the thing is, I think there's a little bit more mileage with Fletcher as Callis' guy right now. But that's a down the line thing you could definitely do. There's a cut. And people say Ricochet and Don Callis would make me a good team. Aha! Oh, I thought you were doing the thing that Aubrey did. No. That's the one. A lot of people are surprised with how good Speedball is. Yes, now the way people who have only seen them in AEW have not seen anywhere near their max capacity. Doesn't have to be right now. Maybe next year. Yeah, exactly. It could like Forbidden Door at the earliest. Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, no worries. See, I thought I didn't see the H at first, so I thought you were. Because the way he yelled right back at Aubrey, and she just like talked to me about like, excuse you, but just like I can be loud too.
Welcome back to Collision. We're joined by Ricochet for this match.
No, I always thought Speedball was. I don't know. I only heard the name. What a wild conclusion they jumped to. Oh, he's got a. Looks like he's got a little nick on his head.
That's not smart. You step on those toes.
The speed of Mike Bailey.
Oh, those kicks. Nobody can sleep on their kicks. Oh, here again, real quick. No worries.
as good as yours.
Yeah, no way. He don't got the float. He don't got the length.
He don't got the float.
Do something here.
Hey, y'all move. Y'all gotta move. Okay, at least he did.
Ricochet, credit where credit's due. He's like, okay, that was good.
Cross the line. Please. Cross the line.
Please. Watch out. Dralistico comes in.
Yo, nice. Tope Con Hiro. No hands.
Boy, great down, you ball too. Great matchup.
Sit down too.
Please watch the match.
Another bald-headed freak.
I don't gotta watch the match to know that Mike.
Got a lung blower from it.
Get him out of here. Get the hook. Don Callis got to stop. He must be stopped. Who said, what, another bald-headed freak in the crowd? To Ricochet. Don,
You're gonna have more tomorrow.
the way they have me so pressed right now.
To remind you once again tomorrow night.
I suppose a move like that is the total opposite of Ricochet truth. Still wild heel. But I can appreciate people redefining conventions. Mike Bailey's a lot about that. So the mullet works for me. Especially considering how much of a nice guy they are. Ooh.
Heel kick.
So you gotta duck. You gotta duck. You gotta duck.
Here comes again.
Oh, followed through. Unfucking god. For real. It's not even just all of the spins before it. It was the follow through, the losing balance, and thus the kick following all the way down. Don calling someone a bald head with a freak about being bald himself. To Ricochet. Total nards.
Fanciest kick, but it was an effective kick.
Damn, to the back of the head. Which is, it's just a hidden blade, because the whole point of the spirit gun is it was a hidden blade to the face.
He'll make quick work of Mike Bailey, and then hopefully quicker work of Kenny Omega.
Well, let's remind the people in the three-way match, anything goes, no disqualification. Kenny Omega can lose the title and not even be in the ring. The way it is in the three-way match. Well, fans, as you know, the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament
I said it's a break coming on. Is.
as well this week.
I still heard the laugh on audio. His hair off his chin.
Rosa, Kris,
Hey, here we go.
It was officially announced last week that both of you have entered the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament, and it just so happens that you will face one another in the opening round.
For the first time ever in the history of AEW.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Me too, but unfortunately, the circumstances are not what I wanted to be. So I'm gonna apologize right now, because Kris, a lot of people depend on me. My family depend on me. My future in this company depends on me winning this cup and going to All In. So there's nothing personal, but I'm gonna take this all the way.
If there's nothing personal, then send my
Yo,
apologies to Papa
it's about a
Rosa,
booper.
because the Owen is coming home with me.
First of all, don't speak about my old father. Second of all, you don't know what it is to be the women's world champion.
The championship that you gave up?
I don't speak about my past, Kris, because you're gonna find me, Kris. I advise you, you need to be quiet. I advise you to
What? I'll see you in round one.
That got so intense so quick. The reservation from Kris. I mean, I say that, but she grabbed her throat first. Really? On the pay-per-view. Literally. And then you advertise the other women's match on the pay-per-view. They're doing this on purpose, aren't they? Rub it in our face. Why don't you? I'm ready for the announcement to pop up in the bottom corner. No, for real, but they like Like, right then and there on this tape show is the perfect time to do it. So the fact that they didn't tells me it's not going to be announced. Especially because they already ran through the Owen Hart Cup portion of the card. Man, saltiness. All signs point to Tony retaining, but man, part of me really wants the shock factor of Megan Bayne winning. When was the last time we saw somebody ascend to the world title picture so fast? I feel like any second Tony will say, and just added, but it's not happening. Yep. Yes.
Believe you are my partner tonight. I know, I can't believe it either. No. You know what? You need to stick with the plan. Just stay out of my way, okay? I got this. That's the plan. Yes, we got this. No, I got this, Harley.
You guys got this.
Thanks, Mini Mercedes. Up, Mini Mone. I didn't tell her to speak. You know, what are you doing down there? You need to stand up. That's not even how you stretch.
It's important to stretch.
Harley,
The hip
I
thruster.
swear.
Ride the money rap
I
train.
don't want to hear that song. Please, Harley. Oh my God. You just please stand up. Okay. It's not how you stretch. Yes, more like this. Yes. Hear that cry?
Yeah, I did. That was
You gotta warm
nice.
up like a champion.
I can't. The way she's trying to walk her through. I was just, it feels like any second. Alrighty, go grab me some water. Be right back. Alrighty, y'all, as we head into the main event, when I ask anybody to double check, make sure you got those thumbs up, bells on, all that jazz. Tomorrow's going to be a big day of wrestling as well. On top of Dynasty, those of you who keep up with a little bit more know that GCW's got a show in Philly right before it. It's looking like it's going to be a 2.5-hour show starting 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing that over on the secondary channel, so do check that out if you haven't. And so, yes, the women are main eventing again. They didn't do it Dynamite, but otherwise, the last 5 of 6 television shows have been main evented by women.
What's next for a champion that walked through hell, still holding the gold? The cold, dark shadow of a monster sent from above.
The all-elite goddess.
Indeed.
The more we see her, the more we fear her. Powerful, graceful, vicious.
Mike Bailey got a nasty spin kick off that wrecked Dralistico's day. Some say he's still unconscious.
Now it's our champion's turn to try and break the unbreakable and defy a woman who believes it's her divine right
to wear this belt.
I will cut off the head of the mighty Megasis.
Irresistible forces and immovable objects have never met these ladies. All dynasties end, but when?
Megan Bain just pinned the AEW Women's World Champion.
Tomorrow night from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, we find out.
I'd expect it from... You know it. That's very fair, but also... That's really going back.
We will find out tomorrow at Dynasty. Right now, it's time for our main event.
Your Collision main event is a tag team contest.
Yo, EO, shouts out to you. The GCW Philly special. Yes, that's our next. That's gonna be our next one.
Mercedes Mone. The Owen Hart Women's Tournament, and of course the men's tournament, like we've been talking about, begins tomorrow night at Dynasty. Mercedes Mone and Julia
Yes.
Hart, the TBS champion, the former TBS champion, will battle one-on-one.
The hate versus
And the winner of that will face the winner of Harley, Cameron, and Athena. With that in mind,
Yep, especially when the crowd got on board with chanting their part.
the opening round of the Owen Hart Women's Tournament. And my question is, how can opponents survive and function tonight?
Fair, no mercy. I've seen that take a few times. Because, yeah, there's no doubt that Sasha Banks and Mercedes Mone are two different presentations. Oh, no. I hear where you're coming from, no mercy. A lot of people think that. The thing is, there's a lot of people in the industry that vie for how much that's not the case. Like, the thing is, right, she could batten down her hatches in one promotion and have the same position she has, but she's taken that and brought that attention to so many other environments, so many promotions. Indie promotions here in the U.S., international promotions have gotten attention that they would have never gotten, specifically because Mercedes has done work with them. But here's the thing, Dresden. You're right when you say that, but it's completely valid for people to think that because Mercedes, first off, is very good at her job, but also very much presents like people at that level who have that kind of mentality, that kind of air about themselves, you know? So I can't discredit anybody for feeling that way, even after hearing that explanation. But yeah, I personally don't think she's got an ego like that. Especially when I think about other women in her class.
Sometimes they say youth is wasted on the young, but in Julia Hart's case, I think she learned a
Don't get me wrong, she's an amazing performer, yeah. No, I hear that. And you see, that's a great delineation to make. There's so many people who have their personal dislikes about a performer. And this isn't even just wrestling exclusive. But they have a certain dislikes about a performer, and they let that get in their way of objective judgment or something. And when it comes to entertainment specifically, that doesn't really matter as much as some people would like to make it seem. You know, you enjoy what you enjoy. For example, objective quality shouldn't matter as much as your own personal enjoyment of something. I think it's a little weird to have so much vested interest in, you know, again, the objective quality of something that is entertainment based, that is subjective based in nature.
With that in mind, it's time for Julia Hart's partner, and what a champion this young lady is.
Here she comes. The woman of the hour. AEW singles record. 3 singles losses in the company. That's right. Yeah, Athena. Because I believe one was some sort of non-finish. Then her second loss was to Jade at All Out 2022, which she was going to win if it wasn't for the baddies. And then her third loss was to Willow in the 2023 Owen Hart. New presentation, though. Yeah.
And I'll say this
I don't think she's the female Hogan. Just certain things, yeah. Exactly, and that's a great delineation because there's levels of ego when it comes to pro wrestling, you know, because it could be argued most, if not all, pro wrestlers have some level of ego. At least the ones that like hit that upper level. The way they're starting in the ring with one another, they ain't waiting. Never mind. Tag out to Harley.
That was nice of Mercedes, giving Harley a chance to show herself.
It sounded to me during that interview with Lexi Nair that
Also, I just noticed Julia's new gear. She's wearing the Brody King pants. I kind of dig it. But if Harley gets carried away and tries to work real Mercedes like a... No, Riga. Oh my god, that'd be... How do we even get there? But everyone is a Harley fan. Or you're just wrong. No. Is Harley in a relationship with Brody King or something? No, I don't think so. No, she's married, actually. I remember.
Yeah, 18-0 since her arrival in AEW, longest active winning streak in the women's division.
Yeah, and Julia Hart is actually married to Lee Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. They actually just recently had their honeymoon.
And listen, if you are Athena, and if you are Julia Hart, the strategy here is to cut the ring in half and keep Harley Cameron in your corner.
Roll up 1, 2.
Little crouch into the ring.
Mike Posey.
Oh, okay. That's... Appreciate you letting us know, Justin. I was not aware.
And once again, moving out of the way, Harley Cameron gets a foot up.
Or at least I've been told and do not remember.
He's up top, ducks low. Harley with an enziguri that time.
She didn't get all of that.
1, 2. Nope. I believe they only got a 1 count that time. And Julia Hart came out of it. Well, fans, a reminder that AEW is coming to New Orleans for Dynamite and Collision on Wednesday, the 23rd of April, UNO Lakefront Arena. And we're also going to be in Norfolk.
Yeah, agreed, Rico.
April 30th. There's a rollout. 1.
Used to be a rugby player. That's how I know he is. Oh, okay.
Supercard of Honor. Here's number 1.
Looking forward to that.
It's coming to Atlantic City Friday, May 2nd. Tickets at ROHTix.com.
Yeah, no, it just looks like they're like stylized baggy pants. Oh yeah, they're definitely just pants. I just saw them right up. She's not wearing boots. Well, she is, but not.
And Mercedes is wailing away here.
I think she's wearing Converse or shooter boots. I can't tell.
Young former champion Julia Hart. Julia Hart.
Man, that'll blow a knee real quick.
Absolutely, Julia Hart once again.
That's intimidating.
That's what it is. Good call. And again moves out of the way. Waistlock, rolls up Mercedes, got her 1, 2. Ducking out of the way.
Oh, that's what you're referring to, Riga. I don't know what that's called either.
Julia Hart.
Modified octopus here.
Pulling on the arm, pulling back on Mercedes' right arm. Harley Cameron.
I mean, hey, it helped.
That puppet is disgusting. It looks like it's got fleek.
Lung blower that time. 1, 2. Oh. And Julia Hart kicks out of the way.
Harley.
The main event on this Dynasty Weekend continues on Max and TNT. Oh, look at this. I think this is 1. Got a 1 count. I think this is frustration as much as anything else.
Well, I don't think Mercedes gets credit for being a psychological master in that ring. She starts roughing up Julia Hart, giving it right back to her. That's a good message to send for intimidation purposes.
There's a cover. 1.
I can buy, and that would effectively give Mercedes her first loss in AEW if that was the case.
Trying to get in, reaching out. Now remember, the winner of the Owen Hart Cup Women's Division.
Yeah, Mercedes is just not about Harley, whereas Harley's really trying to be a team player. So it's fun to fight.
Chance at the AEW Women's World Title at All In. Of course, at Globe Life Field on the 12th of July on pay-per-view in Arlington.
He broke his ankle first match in them. Damn. You see, that just goes to show, like, when it like, it's something like that. Just let them do them. You know, like.
Is the men's champion. Of course, it could be Swerve Strickland after tomorrow.
Like for me, I kind of stand with him that I wear specific shoes. Like I wear these very flat-footed, very thin shoes that are effectively like just thick socks in a way with soles. Personally, those have been like the most comfortable shoes I've worn in years. You know, so like if I had to wear shoes that weren't that, I'd be really pushing back against it.
Together, at least as far as Mercedes is concerned, Mercedes and Harley working pretty well together here, Don.
Well, Harley's doing the smart thing. She's listening to what Mercedes tells her. That's smart wrestling.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. And I've agreed with you tonight more than I had my entire life with you. Oh, back elbow, cover. 1, 2.
Not the best cover. Ishii hooked cut. You know, we missed Skype with this story.
You can better believe that Athena wants to get in there. And now tag is going to be made. Julia in the wrong corner. And look at Mercedes saying something to Athena, looking at her. Oh, wow, she picks up Julia Hart, puts the knee between the shoulder blades.
She's in the wrong part of town right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, I really hope she comes back swinging. When she's back in the mix. Kyle Fletcher alluded that we were going to see her sooner than we think, and I'm sitting here being like, please be the Joker, please be the Joker. The wild card, whatever they're calling it, whichever they're calling it. Joker's usually the thing in the Casino Battle Royal. Speaking of, we better get that at Double or Nothing.
Mercedes has wrist control there. Great wrestling. Brought Julia back.
Yeah, you see, because the thing is, speaking of egos, right? Not many people are cool with tapping out. And there's also certain characters that you don't want to depict tapping out. Like, you know, these dark characters that seem to, like, have wills beyond human, you know, submitting. Doesn't really seem like a thing they do often. Julia Hart does kind of give those vibes. Especially because she uses a submission finish herself. Oh? Oh, okay. No. Just going for despicable knee. Big ass big boot.
Mercedes needs to get out of bounds here, and she has.
Yeah, Harley is in. Picked up.
Oh my God, look at the strength of Athena.
Yo. So incredible. So incredible. Figured out what I like about these here. It's cool. Not the dark evil cool. I'm just normal. I'm just normal. I'm a cool person. And suits her. Yes! That's a great way to put that.
And Athena's going to take a chance here. She goes. Lupe Suicida.
She got all of that.
Shot out of a cannon. Was that so? Oh! Yo, are there people in the back, like, in competition over who has the most gnarly DDT cell?
You got to give it, Don Callis, to all the combatants. They are really putting it all on the line here the night before Dynasty. When that
Brock is disqualified for participating. No, for real, because he is actually willing to herniate a disc in his neck. Like, it's not fair to be willing to suffer an injury to win the competition.
Here it is one more time, Don. Big crossbody. Another angle. Connected with all, including her partner Athena, who's trying to get to her feet. Athena and Harley Cameron will battle in the first round of the Cup.
Mm-hmm. And I can appreciate that from her because when people are diving to the outside like that, you see a lot of times they're just willing to throw themselves and fall more so than actually jump for it because they're already getting so much extra height. And I get it because gravity is a bitch and like even one more foot of height will make a difference for the worst. So it's not a risk worth taking, but I can always appreciate when it is taken. Yo, the powerbomb setting her up. It's not a is guys, but it is a beautiful moonsault. Okay, misses. Smart. Oh. Hooked. Yo. That's a horror bomb. Hey, Dirty, what's up? Hit pretty hard from that spike, yeah. Although I think that her hair actually made it look like she spiked when she didn't. Yes, welcome in, Hippo. How it goes?
A main event we are seeing. If this is anything like what we're going to see, we are in store for quite a tournament that begins tomorrow night in the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. The winner of the women's and the men's side get a world title shot coming up this summer at Globe Life Field. And all in, pick up. Oh my! How about that for Harley? Harley has no one to tag, but neither does Julia Hart. Right now, it's one-on-one in the ring.
Yes.
Harley may be moments away from winning this.
No? She was gonna hit that's my finisher. And that my finishing move, that's right.
Harley down on one knee once again, preventing Julia Hart. Harley's got Julia up.
Blam slam. Yeah, it's less than 24 hours away now. I'm looking forward to tomorrow for both shows. Got her. Harley had to tap. Wow, that was not the finish I was expecting in this match. I think a lot of us thought that whichever side won, it was going to be Athena or Mercedes to claim the victory. Mercedes' first loss. I didn't want that win anyway. I'm sorry. Excellent. I didn't want that win anyway. Getting a submission win with that. Yep. Got her with the Heartless. Yo, Mercedes looks so shook. I hear that, Hippo. But all the same, excellent main event to a wonderful collision. Superb go home. I was so not wrong with my road to AEW Dynasty billing of this show, New Japan style. It was indeed an awesome show leading us into it. You're so welcome, Lodestar. There's the link, y'all, to AEW Dynasty's watch-along stream. Drop it, hit the notify me on that, so make sure you get notified for it. But it's not going to be the first pro wrestling show we'll be watching tomorrow. We're going to be pre-gaming with some GCW on our secondary channel. That is the WM Plus channel. Please hop over there and notify me on that if you're looking to watch it. But do subscribe to it, even if not. Help us get it boosted. Help us get it off the ground. It is very much not getting the traction we thought it would. And part of that is due to some tech issues we had this morning with the New Japan pay-per-view. So if you could help us balance that out, it'd be wonderful. But otherwise, just thank you so much for everything that y'all do to support us. And thank y'all for hanging out tonight. The collision streams are often my favorites just because like Saturday night brings a different energy. So yeah. You're very welcome. You're so very welcome, y'all. Thank you. Cheers, y'all. Take care and happy wrestling. Peace.